Hello everybody, this is Phoenix Cindy, and I'm back with another Lizargon devlog. Since the last devlog, I've worked on a large variety of things, so I don't know how many we're talking about, we're just going to jump topic to topic and get this done with. First off is probably the most obvious from the footage, the ribbons and tail animations. Specifically, the procedurally animated ribbons and tail. I'm not going to go into all the code and technical stuff because it's quite a headache, but that's what's important, is that they look nice and they work exactly how I wanted them to. They follow the movement of the player, flailing more erratically the faster they go. It took me quite a few attempts to get them working, but I actually do love how they turned out. Best of all, they are very customizable, so I can take the same code and plug it into whichever ribbon and tail I want, change a few parameters, and done. Next up is fonts. It took me quite a bit of time, but I was able to find two fonts I'm going to use for Lizargon. The two are Dosen Killer and CYN AutoLimit. Dosen Killer is created by Khurasan, I hope I pronounced that right, and it is perfect for Lizargon's main font. It's a beautiful blend between being clean and easy to read and looking like it was painted by hand, so it works perfectly with my vision for Lizargon's visual style. The other font is CYN AutoLimit, created by Pedro Vasiadis. I hope I pronounced that right. This font is messy, chaotic, and borderline unreadable, perfect for the corruption, which is a part of Lizargon's story and lore and yada yada. So those socials are in the description, be sure to check them out. Next up, the pause menu. It's not 100% done, that's only because the game isn't done. I can't really create an options menu if the options don't exist yet. The pause menu is very simple, consisting of four main buttons: Resume, Options, Abilities, and Quit. Resume does exactly as it says, resuming the game. Options will lead you to an options menu, which will be built once the game is more complete. Abilities is pretty unique, bringing you to a whole library of your different abilities. Lizargon is very movement and tech heavy, so being able to look back on your abilities is a very appreciated quality of life feature. The library will unlock as you complete areas, though the core things that are most important will remain at all times from the start. So things such as the dive, dive roll, dive jump are there from the start, but little niche things like bunny hopping and stuff like that is unlocked as you beat areas. Obviously, this library is nowhere near complete, but the foundation is there for me to add to it when it's ready. I want this library to have pictures and GIFs and such, so it can't really be done while the game looks like completely unfinished. Quit button. That's the button that leads you to a small submenu where you can quit to the hub area, Lizargon Shrine, and main menu. These don't exist yet, but they're there. The buttons are there. I can just program the buttons to take you to the hub area or the pause menu or completely quit the game. Pretty simple. Okay, next topic, combat. No combat animations as of yet. Those are going to be what I tackle next. There are hurt and death animations, however. Now, what I mean by combat is the mechanics. The mechanics of the combat have been polished up. They work underwater and above water. You can slash, parry, get hit. They were already there, but they weren't very polished, and they didn't really work underwater. That's essentially what I fixed up. You also have health now, so you can take damage, you can die, you can respawn at checkpoints, you can heal by hitting enemies, yada yada yada. Next up, the health bar. Looks nice in my opinion, simple but slightly messy to fit in with the visual style. The hearts wiggle and such at low health, and they do a little bounce when you lose health, gain health, yada yada. Simple but effective. Last but not least, the improved crawl animations. They still aren't the greatest things in the world, but at least they aren't terrible anymore. That's all I really have to say about these two. I just went in, polished them up, made them look better. There's crawl animations. Honestly, if you're playing Lizargon at a high level, you probably won't even see these, but they're polished up. They at least don't look ugly. And that is all for this devlog. Quite a bit of progress on a whole bunch of different topics that I need to get done. Now the question at the end of every devlog, what's next? Essentially just the combat animations. That is my first priority after this devlog, is just get the combat animations done. Get the slashing animations, parry animations. They're going to be a pain in the booty, but I have to get them done eventually. After that, I'll figure out what I want to do next. There's still a list of things I need to get done before I can start building the first area, so I'll just tackle that list and figure it out. Yep.